tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
I know it's a.
During the final argument today, Camille Vasquez, Johnny's lawyer, proved to the jury that Johnny was never the abuser but the victim, and that Amber had never imagined that Johnny would actually tell the world the truth about how she abused him during their life together, because she thought he would cower and accept the accusations simply because he was a man. Vasquez told the jury that on the 27th of May 2016, Amber walked into court and got a restraining order from her then-husband Johnny Depp. She had made the entire thing a setup where she tipped the paparazzi on when and where she would be. She made sure not to wear makeup, which is something out of the ordinary for her, and presented her battered self to the world. What people didn't know was that the said bruise on her face had magically appeared 6 days after her last encounter with Johnny, and all everyone could see was a woman who had gone through the evilness that was Johnny Depp. This destroyed Johnny's life and career, but also his mental health, because the truth was that he was the one who went through the abuse and not the other way round.
You would come to understand who Ms. Heard is. That she is a deeply troubled person, violently afraid of abandonment, desperate for attention and approval. And in her relationship with Mr. Depp, she was violent, she was abusive, and she was cruel.
Camille then laid it all out to the jury who Amber really is, and that by now the jury had witnessed it by themselves. Dr. Shannon Curry had explained that Amber had borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. These disorders are characterized by anger, sometimes uncontrollable and explosive anger. There's also the desperate need for attention, acceptance, and approval, which Amber has been seen to have, where she gets jealous and irritated when Johnny gives other people his attention. Like when she got jealous of Johnny giving his daughter Lily Rose his attention, or when she got jealous of Johnny giving his attention to the workers at Hicksville and she started an argument with him. Her anger was testified to by a couple of people.
Even from her former assistant, Kate James. Ms. James testified that Ms. Heard would scream, yell, and send her barrages of text messages. In fact, Ms. Heard testified that Ms. James testified that Ms. Heard literally spat in her face.
She was cruel to the people around her, from hitting her ex-best friend Rocky Pennington to using her own sister as a punching bag. Amber had had a previous domestic abuse charge where she was accused by a police officer of having hit her ex-girlfriend at the airport. She had tried blaming the police officer for lying because the two were lesbians, but it all backfired when it came to light that the police officer who caught her was an avid supporter of the LGBTQ. Amber's main problem is the fact that she fears abandonment, and it would scare her and piss her off whenever the thought of Johnny leaving came to her. What made her mad was when Johnny split, meaning when he left, whenever there was an argument or a fight, and left her to go hide. But this was pretty normal for Johnny since he grew up with an abusive mother, and the only way he knew how to stay sane was by leaving and hiding. She would send him a lot of text messages calling him a monster whenever he left. But even from the audio, she herself admits to throwing stuff and shouting. Who would want to stay around someone violent?
Heard from witnesses like Travis McGivern, Tara Roberts, and Debbie Lloyd that Ms. Heard would claw at Mr. Depp, block the elevator, throw a punch when Mr. Depp tried to separate himself from the fight.
From all the evidence provided, it's quite clear that Amber was the one who was violent and aggressive, and she had found a victim out of Johnny, but since Johnny didn't like being harassed, he would leave and she would get angrier. All this stemmed from the fact that she would rather be in a fight with Johnny and hurt him than have him leave. She felt as though his leaving proved that he didn't want to fight for her. This is physical evidence that was shown in court that the jury themselves had the chance to see. They could see what Amber had done to Johnny, cutting off his finger and lying that he had done it by himself, that he had burned himself with his own cigarette to his face. It's different for Amber, who accused Johnny of all these malicious things he had done to her without physical evidence. She claimed Johnny had hit her face and bruised her lip and eyes, but a video of her the next day shows her all pretty and glammed out. She claimed that Johnny sexually assaulted her with a broken bottle, but she never went to hospital, thus did not present evidence of the said assault. It's quite clear that Amber was with Johnny for the money and the fame that she could not attain on her own. It's even common knowledge that Johnny was the one who helped get her role as Mira in Aquaman, her biggest role so far. Camille Vasquez has proved to the court, jury, and the world that Johnny was right to come out with his truth, and that it's time for him to regain his lost life back. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.